of Wally's shipmates, who have sort of assembled over the last 20 years into a group of people all over the world, actually, from New Zealand to Canada and South Africa and quite a lot in the UK. And we would like to just lay a nice bunch of flowers with, hopefully will prove, a submarine cap tally.
Lovely.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Wally's headstone, which is extremely attractive and neat. I only met Wally once. We had an association celebration at the Submarine Museum at HMS Alliance, and I hadn't met him before, and it turned out he was a very flamboyant character. Not quite dressed in the rig of the day, but the submarine service was a pirate rig, and he fairly did service as a pirate. It was a pleasure to meet him. I think it was a pleasure for him to see the children, his ship cousins, in a submarine. Alliance is basically a clone of HMS Triumph, so it's very atmospheric for him to walk through. And you see in the photograph in here, play with his father's submarine, and to meet the most senior submariner who was never to have lived, Admiral Lord Mike Boyce, who came along that day to act as our godfather. And Wally was a firm friend to the association, and in fact his donation then largely covered the cost of some quite significant gifts that we made to then running HMS Triumph and a few other things. It was very sad for us that he then dived down to 300 feet and went radio silent, not having an email address, and his carer disappeared, and we couldn't reach him. Nowhere to go to find him. I actually told my son to spend a week phoning people up around Dungeness to see if he could track Wally down. Some of you may have received calls from a strange chap saying, "Have you come across Wally Wickham, and where the hell is he?" He didn't succeed, sadly, because this was before June 1924 when we took 42 members of the family out to the wreck site to commemorate and celebrate the triumph and to lay 64 wreaths. And I wished Wally had been able to come to that. I think perhaps he was physically unable by then, but I'm sure if he had been able, he would have struggled out to Greece and be in front of the wreath throwing queue, and appropriately dressed in pirate rig on what was effectively a pirate ship. And I'm very pleased to be here today to join you in commemorating this and conveying the love and best wishes of my family association members. And thanks for Wally's gift to help put the memorial, in fact largely to put the memorial up in Greece. It's going to take a long time to find the right Greek with the right decision and the right place and the right mechanism. The easy part is we know roughly what we want to put there, and I actually got examples of cards we can look at later. I have the tough job of going out to Greece multiple times to try and find the Mr. Big. It's not a very attractive part of Greece. The Mr. Big who will endorse, and I'm sure we will eventually find the mayor, and he will eventually say, yes, this is a good thing to commemorate, and we'd love to do it, and we'll find the right spot. And when that happens, we'll have another of these parties to dedicate his cruise memorial, which of course will have Wally's photograph etched into it, and the correct dedication to him. You guys can visit the RNA. Thank you very much, all of you. And I'm going to shut up now.
Thank you, Gabby. That's very kind. Let us know when you're next going to Greece, and we may join you.
But I'd like to just say a few words. I know that, well, I've known Wally for probably 59 years.
Wow, you don't look old enough.
He was an interesting character, I mean, but he was a very kind, generous person, and if he had a task to do, he'd always do it to his best ability. I think he would be very proud today of what's happening here, and also I can only sort of thank you for what you're doing for him, because I think it's a wonderful idea, and particularly for Gavin for what he's doing. But yeah, he had a very difficult life, He was brought up in a children's home because his mother couldn't, obviously she had to work to provide for him. But he had some very good friends. That's how I got to know him through another friend of ours, and he's just part of our family really. We respect him as part of our family. So, yeah, he's well looked after by us when we could look after him. And, yeah, I don't know what else to say really, but just a lovely person, and I'm very proud of what we've got here today. And
Yes,
just thank you for
Thank you,
what
Wendy.
you've done.
Bless you.
Yeah, he would be so proud.
Yeah.
Yes.